May I come in, sir?
Please come.
Sorry. Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Please sit.
Thank you, sir.
Have you joined the police academy or you have just taken UL?
Sir, I've just taken UL.
Have you seen the academy?
Yes, sir.
What did you like about it?
So, if we compare from a previous academy, it's a very green lush infrastructure.
Which is the previous academy?
CPWD Academy.
CPWD. Okay.
Then, sir, its location also is good. Then the infrastructure point of view and the fooding is also good. One thing also.
You've eaten there?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Then they have monuments of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patels and others also in the academy. Then they showcasing of the flags of various states also, sir. That fascinates me.
What's wrong with the IPS? Why do you want to join the IAS?
Sir, IPS is a great service and I'm proud of being a part of it. But sir, IAS provides me a lot of variety.
Like what?
And sir, I can work in various departments like health, education and other things and engage in development activities at ground level also.
But law and order are also equally important, is it not?
So it's also a very important aspect of governance, and along with it, the other things, law and order maintenance should be there for fulfilling others' needs.
If everybody joins the IAS, there will be nobody left for the other services. So what do we do?
Sir, I think it's my personal choice to switch towards IAS, but I will be very much good to serve in IPS also, sir, and I think everyone will.
You, civil engineering background.
Yes.
Tell me one or two major civil engineering disasters worldwide. And disaster need not be a disaster in the sense that a building came crashing down. A disaster can also be that you construct something and then you realize you have gone wrong.
You are not wrong. Sorry, sir, I'm not able.
Not even one?
No, sir.
Can you think of one civil engineering disaster in India?
No, sir.
So civil engineering has no disasters.
Sir, it has, but I'm not able to recall right now.
Okay, you've said that your father is a shopkeeper.
Yes, sir.
What kind of shop?
Sir, it's a grocery shop, retail sector.
Sorry?
Grocery shop, retail sector.
Grocery shop,
In retail sector.
When we say grocery, what do we mean?
So grocery, it means the procurement or sale of the foods articles, milk products, baby products, and other cosmetics products.
How's a shop different from a showroom?
So shop is in a small scale, while showroom is on a larger
So if
scale.
your father had a bigger shop, it would become a showroom?
So it's also a multiple difference. In a shop, we can find product related to some specific things. Like as a grocery, we cannot find the product from the cloths and other. While in showroom, we can have a multiple things. In shop, we have a limited products, limited brands. While in showroom, we can have a multiple brands also. So that's the major.
Now today I was reading that the Delhi Chief Minister is going in for a trust vote in the assembly. What's a trust vote?
So trust votes means that the legislature have a backing or the government has a majority in the legislative law.
How is it different from a no confidence vote?
So no confidence voting is generally done when it is raised by the opposition that the government do not has the enough power or enough strength in the legislature and it is illegal from them to continue. So no confidence motion has been started and then it's continued.
And if let's say the Delhi assembly, the ruling party wins the trust vote, then immediately after, can the opposition bring in a vote of no confidence?
Sir, I'm not exactly sure. Can I guess?
Please.
Sir, I have read somewhere that after 6 months they can come out for another no confidence mode or another thing. But within 6 months they are not allowed.
Now, words like no confidence motion and this vote, that vote, cut motion, etc., nowhere mentioned in the constitution. Where are they mentioned?
Not no, sir.
No?
No, sir.
Have you heard of the rules of procedure of the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha?
Yes, sir, I have heard that name.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
What are they?
So they are the rules which govern the functioning of the Lok Sabha and the Rajya
So do you
Sabha.
think these kind of motions would be mentioned in those rules?
So they maybe can
Maybe.
maybe.
If not, where will they be?
So I'm not exactly sure.
You are posted as district administration in Manipur, let us say Ukrul, bordering Myanmar. What are the security concerns and administrative concerns you have, and how will you address them?
So the major security concerns related to the trans-border migration of the refugees from the Myanmar side, inter-tribal conflicts, then cultivation of the poppy and the drugs in the areas, and the radicalizations of the youth which is going to occur in there, and the supply of arms and ammunition in the region. And administratively, sir, the low socioeconomic status of the people, land alienations, and the health and nutrition issue is also a problem there. So to deal with it, we required to work on multiple fronts. First of all, strengthening of the border infrastructure to prevent the trans-border movements of the refugees from the Myanmar, and restrictions on the arm and supply drugs issue in the region. While simultaneously, focus should be on to curb the cyber crimes and prevention of false news on the cyber sector. And from the administration, there should be focus more on people engagement in work and providing better health and education to them so that they can uplift themselves.
Do you think these measures are not done so far and you are going to do, or there is a problem in these measures?
So most of them are being implemented, but I think it required more convergence between the actions, and integration or bringing the civil societies together with the administration is also one thing. And
Civil society, do you have you read the newspaper recently?
so the last 2-3 days I am not.
They have attacked the office, the people, public. So civil society getting friendship with a state which in a way propagates, according to people's perspective, propagates state terrorism. Do you think people will cooperate? Their perspective is that state is indulging into some kind of terrorism too,
Yes, sir.
some kind of inter-caste rivalry, ethnic animosity.
Sir, in such cases, the state should proactively engage to dissuade this false information which is going on in the region. And then secondly, such civil organization against which we have complete proof, we should ban them. While though, sir, there can be some instances where civil societies can engage in such things, but on a larger scale, they can engage with the public and can provide them basic services, and administration can continue with them.
Do you think textbook answers are available for administrative problems?
So they can provide guidelines, but on every situations we have to work.
Are you talking textbook answers, or you are talking involved in the matter, understanding the ground realities? Textbook answers is something, parroting something and go on saying, and answering, understanding, internalizing, analyzing is different. Which part of the way you are following?
Sir, analyzing the situation and then going.
Okay, let us analyze what is happening now. Cookie Maitei warfare. Let us understand what is happening.
So there is a currently intertribal conflict.
Why?
So the reason being, there is a demand for the reservation for the Methi community. From the Methi community, there is also a degradation of socioeconomic status, and there is a issue of employment opportunities in the Myanmar, Manipur region, and the migration from the Myanmar and the forest activities and the state actions against them. Then, sir, the cultivation of the poppy in the region is also one of the issues.
This you have been telling. Anyway, forget about. Sardar Patel or Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, whom do you choose as your role model in India as a role model? if you have to choose one of them?
So both are done value add in their.
No, you can't choose both. You choose one. We know both have done great.
Sir, I can't. It's very difficult for my side to choose anyone. They both are equally a role model for us.
Okay, Pavitra, I see you have an interest in Scouts and Guides.
Yes, sir.
What is the motto? What is the motto of Scouts and Guides?
So the motto of the Scout and Guide is be prepared. It basically
That's enough, yeah. And now tell me, what police reforms are required today in the country? We hear of so many things which happen and go wrong in police stations.
So major police reforms required are, first of all, implementation of the precaution guidelines should be the topmost priority. Then secondly, sensitization of the police personnel towards the marginal section and bringing more women into the forces. Then thirdly, enhancing of infrastructure of police stations and bringing more digital reforms in it. And fourthly, there must be more community policing and engagement with the public in the domain. Then police should proactively strengthen its investigations and the law and order mechanism so that it bring confidence in the public.
What technological improvements can you bring about?
Some multiple technology can be integrated in the police system. For example, body worn cameras can be there, which can capture the police movements. Then licensing plate monitoring can be done so that the vehicle movement can be tracked. Then thirdly, use of CCTV cameras in police stations and any other places. Fourthly, use of AI can be in the police stations also, as they can provide them predictive policing methods and why the crimes are happening and the locations of it.
Why do you think that some policemen behave very brutally with the public in controlling agitations? Or do you think it is right?
Sir, it's totally wrong from the police side to deal with public in a rude manner. So the reason may be that they are having mental tensions and lack of psychological support. Then there are lack of sensitization among them regarding the marginal sections. Then they are also having long working hours, infrastructure issues, which also bring agony to them.
Tell me, what are the different types of cyber crime which are plaguing the country today?
So financial fraud, which are to steal the public money. Then identity theft is also going on. Cyberbullying and eve teasing. Reverse dropping, denial of service attack. Cyber terrorism.
Okay. Is our preparation adequate to combat these menaces?
So multiple steps has been taken to strengthen the preparations, and we are going with multiple stages to strengthen it also to tackle in future.
Have you heard of the Baroque tunnel?
No, sir.
Baroque, Kalka Shimla?
Kalka Shimla tunnel.
Train, toy
Yes,
train?
sir. Yes, sir.
Baroque comes in between?
No, sir.
There's a story about civil engineering and Baroque.
Sir, I will read about it.
Okay. Colonel Baroque started drilling and realized that he landed higher than the railway track.
Okay.
He committed suicide. And that's how when the new tunnel came up, it's named after him.
I am aware of that. Yes.
Why did Rani Jhansi lose the battle?
So there are multiple reasons. First of all, she lacks the modern arms and ammunitions. Then secondly, the Britishers are having a higher second line of defenses and better spy system. Then there is a lack of communication with other regional powers which are also engaging in battles. Then fourthly, sir, the limited numbers of personnel with the Rani Lakshmibai to engage with Britishers.
Okay. And is there a poem about her?
Yes, sir.
Who wrote it and what is it?
Sir, Subhadra Kahani Chauhan has wrote a poem regarding her, and it shows the valor of the Rani Lakshmibai, how she fought and how she dismantled
Tell me a
the.
line.
हर बोलों के मुंह हमने सुनी कहानी थी खूब लड़ी मर्दानी वो तो झांसी वाली रानी थी.
Very good. Now tell me, in the recent years, social media has come up very strongly. And so you think that it is something very good which is happening with the public, or some malaise is being also thrown up, and how to control that?
So social media has both the pros and the cons, and if we use them very beneficially, it can bring up more new domains and can help the human civilization, as it helps us connecting with the others, spreading of ideas, civilizations, employment opportunities. But sir, if we in the recent years also there is a misuse of is also happening, as we have seen the social crimes are increasing, eve teasings and cyberbullying and fake news circulations. So to control that, we have a guidelines for the digital media intermediary code, but sir, it also required the sensitizations among the people to use the social media effectively while simultaneously curbing such fake news.
Thank you, Pavitra.
Yes.
Pavitra, have you ever in your real life any interaction with the police so far?
No sir.
Never any interaction with police.
No sir.
You are lucky. Okay, you tell me you come for Babina. Babina, there is a cantonment there.
Yes, sir.
Big cantonment, Babina.
Yes sir.
You tell me, nowadays there is a army is having a theatre command. Are you aware what is theatre command?
Yes, sir. So, theta command means integration of all the three forces into a single one, so that there can be a more synergy between their actions, and they can tackle any situations or any threat more effectively. For example, we have a Western theater to secure the Indo-China border, Indo-Pak border, so they can deal with them effectively.
But where is the theatre command we are having? At the moment, planning to have new theatre command in a very strategic place.
Sorry, sir.
Have you heard about Andaman Nicobar?
Yes, I have it. There are 4 to 5 theatre commands are in working for the western border, northern borders, and for Andaman and Nicobar maritime theatre command also there.
Okay, you tell me in that region, in Indo-Pacific region, we are having borders with how many countries? Sea border and land borders.
So we have a land border with 7 countries and sea border also with 7 countries.
In that Indo-Pacific region, I am talking about.
Yes, sir, in the Pacific region, we have the 7 sea border countries.
Which are those 7?
So the 7s are Pakistan, then Sri Lanka, then Mauritius, Bangladesh, Thailand, Myanmar, Philippines.
Okay, what was the issue we have with Sri Lanka?
So there is a crisis, economic crisis in the Sri Lanka.
Not economic, other crisis we had with Sri Lanka about some fishermen,
Yes.
some island. Which is that island?
So the island name is Kachcha, something like that. So the issue pertaining that fishermen are used to go to their places.
What is the background of Kachcha with island?
So I have limited knowledge regarding it, if you permit.
Okay, recently Prime Minister visited Lakshadweep.
Yes.
How many islands are there in Lakshadweep?
So not exactly aware. No, totally not aware.
Okay. What is the status in Pakistan nowadays? What is the latest political status?
So there is a currently elections have been happening in the Pakistan, and there are 3 major parties.
What is the outcome now? What is the final stage? That is the background. That is the old story now.
So the PTI-backed independent candidates have got the majority, but they are
Got the majority?
so they got the highest number of seats in the legislative assembly, while the other 2 parties do not get. And now the government, now there is a focus on forming of the coalition government in the Pakistan.
Who is forming the government?
So there is a news that army-backed Mr. Nawaz Sharif will be the next.
Nawaz Sharif himself?
That is old news.
Sir, I have to read more.
You have to update.
Yes.
Okay. What is our policy towards Pakistan? Why we are not initiating talks? What are our conditions for that?
So the reason being we are not initiating talks or bilateral discussions with them is because the Pakistan prone to the issue of Kashmir and focus more on the terrorism spreading in the India countries and radicalization of the youth. We are very much sure to engage with them, but if they come out of terrorism and Kashmir issue, so that's our condition.
Okay, my last question. Do you think cryptocurrency is a currency?
So it's a virtual currency and it's a
What are the major ingredients of a currency? Two major ingredients.
Sir, it should be exchangeable with other currencies.
One.
It should be fungible, and it can be used to buy products.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, Mr. Goyal. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
I've been posted at Jhansi and Babina, so I know that place very well. Tell me, what is the connection of Jhansi with Indian National Army?
So one of the regiment of Indian National Army is based on the Rani Lakshmibai name.
What is the name of that regiment?
So Rani Lakshmibai regiment. Sir.
Rani Jhansi Regiment.
Rani Jhansi regiment.
All right. And who gave the slogan Jai Hind to India? Well, the first to give the slogan of Jai Hind. In army, we always wish each other Jai Hind. You also must be doing that, Jai Hind. Yes. Who was the one who gave the slogan to India?
The first one, I'm not sure, sir.
Subhashji.
Okay.
Netaji.
I thought so.
Now, tell me, BPRDU, I'm sure being in police, you know what is Bureau of Police Research and Development.
Yes, sir.
They do not seem to have done much. If there is a police officer, I tender my apologies, because even today, inspector and below are considered very insensitive, incompetent and even corrupt. What is it? Why is it that IPS officers are okay? I mean, one is able to handle them, but not the inspector and below. What is the problem?
So I think the major problem will be the proper training is not given to them to deal with the public and the handling of the situations. Then the lack of resources availability to them at the ground level in emergency situations. Then they are not very well versed with the cyber crimes and the cyber technology issues.
So soft skills which the BPRD is trying to teach, they are failed in their role. That is what indirectly you mean. All right, now tell me, small states like Punjab, there are 18 DGP. There is a shortage of constables. And there are 18 DGP, 32 something ADGPs and things like that. What is happening? This state was manned only by one IG in 1950s. One Inspector General of Police for the combined Punjab, United Punjab. Now 18 DGP, 32 or 23 ADGP. What is the problem?
Sir, I think the expansion of the police domain in Punjab is because there is a rise of population in the region. Then there is a
rise of population. It is become from 2 crore to 2.5 crore and it is shrunk as a matter of fact. The area, geographical area has shrunk.
And the other reason may be that the governance reach has been enhanced by enhancing the number of persons.
The only reason is that people want to give them the benefits of pay and pension and things like that, and which is required as per civil services rules. All right. Now, Atal, you are a civil engineer.
Yes, sir.
What are the first in Atal Bridge, which was recently Atal Setu,
yes, sir,
which was inaugurated by the Prime Minister? What are some firsts in that particular? What are those?
Sir, the major things are river circulation rings are provided in it, which prevents the vibration from the bridge to transfer to the sea.
Mm-hmm.
Then, sir, secondly, the use of the sound barriers and the noise barriers to prevent the fishery sectors. Then thirdly, sir, the light masting has been done in such a manner that there is no light pollution also.
Great.
Then, sir, fourthly, the steel decks has been used for the first time in India, which are having a longer span.
Absolutely correct. Good. Now tell me your state, UP,
Yes, sir.
22 crore population, or 20 plus. Bundelkhand and what is that place? Purvanchal. They are left behind. All efforts are being made, I am aware of that. But why should it be divided? Is smaller state, can smaller states be better governed or no?
Uh, so we cannot look at in the smaller states or bigger state issue. The division of Uttar Pradesh should be based on the proper data collection, and creation of separate states will entail more economic cost, administration costs, creation of more infrastructure in the region. Rather than this, principle of equity can be applied where the western region, which is more developed, can help in development of the Purvanchal and Bundelkhand. And government has also taken multiple steps to enhance the governance and reach to the public. And infrastructure has been boosted in the Bundelkhand and Purvanchal region also.
So, good citizen of UP trying to give me the argument in favor of it. Now, my last question is that UP, that bulldozer culture, it will become a fashion, and other states also have caught on to that. Now, how do you look at it as a police officer? What is your take on that?
So the government has taken a zero tolerance against corruption or inefficiency in our state, and bulldozer has been used in such cases where there is illegal occupation, and there is encroachment of the government properties, and with the newses and the sets, government has provided them enough opportunity and enough notice to evacuate them within time. And after this, the bulldozer has been used to
Government
demolish.
is accused of being selective. That is the issue. Okay. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
The interview part is over, Pavitra. How do you think it went?
So initially, I think I'm lagging, but after this, it's good.
What happened initially?
Sir, I think I am not completely able to answer the initial questions regarding the IAS and IPS and others.
How many marks did you get in your UPSC interview?
Sir, in my previous, sorry,
UPSC interview, how many marks did you get?
157.
One?
157.
I think you deserve much more.
Yes, sir.
You will get much more.
What do you think went wrong?
Sir, my last interview basically focused on my civil engineering and my work in CPWD. Initially, the civil engineering aspect is going on good, but after this switched to the only corruption aspect in my department. And I tried to balance it, but they said no, corruption.
So why did you try to balance it?
Sir, I told them there are certain issues of corruption in it, but department has taken multiple steps to negate them.
But was that the question?
Sir, they are telling me that there is no need of engineering and everything is going on by contractors and corruption is there. Only two or three.
Did they ask you what steps your department is taking, or that was your own sort of answer to them without the question being asked?
Sir, there are multiple questions, and one of them, my answer is then the question is like where the corruptions can be happen in your department, and what are the extra items in which there is a lot of corruption in your department. So they mostly tackle me on this front only.
And you went on the defensive?
No, sir, I tell them that there are things in the department where corruption is happening, but certain steps has been taken in this sector also to negate this.
Did they ask you the steps being taken, yes or no?
No, sir.
So then, now, Colonel sir asked a question.
Okay, yes.
He asked a question about bulldozer.
Yes, sir.
You were sounding like the PRO of the UP government. Am I right or wrong?
You're right, sir.
Huh?
You're right, sir.
Were you aware on your own that notices were issued? Were you aware of on your own that there were illegal occupants? No.
No, sir.
So why were you saying it with so much confidence? You getting my point?
Yes, sir, I get your point.
Artificial answers get caught very easily.
Yes.
Avoid, say that as per media reports, this is what I find. But don't sound like a government spokesperson and don't lie.
Okay, sir.
None. And don't debate. Like your CPW, they are asking about corruption, you are saying the department is taking action. That was not even asked.
Okay, sir.
Agreed?
Yes, sir.
As a civil engineer, I would have thought at least one civil engineering disaster you would know. That's not too much to ask, is it?
Yes, sir. After this, I remember the Silkyara tunnel issue currently going.
Which one?
Silkyara tunnel collapse.
I thought at least that you'll remember.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
The answer on why IAS is a standard, well-rehearsed answer. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
So couldn't you think of anything new?
Sir, I will try with my.
You're a great candidate. 157 is too low. Whatever went wrong, I think 157 is too low. Things can go wrong. But with the kind of answers you are giving, etc., I mean, so from your CPWD experience, this interview experience, and from what I have seen today, 2-3 pointers, as I told you. One, don't sound like a government spokesperson.
Yes, sir.
Stick to the question. After a while, if you think things are getting tricky, say that this is all that I could think of. I mean, avoid.
Yes, sir.
Done? Answers should not seem like rehearsed answers. Done? Never deviate from a question. That's the biggest thing. Your hands are too fixated.
Yes.
Why are they fixed on your thighs?
Move it.
Okay, sir.
Are you comfortable like that?
Yes, sir.
Or you have been taught to be comfortable like that?
No, sir. When I'm in motion, I feel more comfortable.
What?
Sir, after some time, I feel comfortable in this position.
So initially, why don't you feel comfortable?
घर पे कोई आता है तो आप बात ऐसे ही करते हो?
No, sir.
कैसे करते?
So more relaxed way में.
वो करना है ना.
What you call more relaxed, I call more natural.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I'm not saying you wave your hands all over, but be a bit more natural. Correct?
Yes, sir.
And because you are already in the police, you faced one UPSC interview earlier?
Yes, sir. For the police services.
That's it. So I really won't say anything because you have seen the real thing. You have analyzed what you think went wrong.
Yes, sir.
I have tried to add my bit to it.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
I think that's what I'll stick to. When is your interview?
Sir, 12th of March.
12th of March. So I really have no advice to offer unless you want to ask me something.
Sir, no, sir.
May I suggest
sir,
something?
please.
With me. You see, one is I would expectation from you are obviously much higher.
Yes, sir.
Now, why do you want to join the civil services? I would expect an answer like respond rather like this, that there's so much happening in India, a lot of exciting things happening. India on the cusp of becoming a developed nation, and you want to be a part of that exciting story of this great nation. Something like, if I were there and I were asked, I would say that I want to be, it is, so much is happening and I want to become a part of that success story. I also want to contribute something. Something like that. The second thing is, make your voice a little more interesting.
Okay, sir.
How do you make the voice interesting is, some modulation, some pauses here and there. And if you watch KBC, Shri Amitabh Bachchan, look at the way he, and as a IPS officer already with that kind of confidence, you have something, you are, mini school minority of India, which is in that state, then wish you all the best. You can do very well.
All the best. Nothing more to ask?
No, sir.
All the best. Thank you.
Okay.
Good luck.
Your tie is too short.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir.
छोटी है तो बड़ी करना है.
Thank you, sir.